Hey, I'm Bob. I've been blind since birth and I'm into Power Rangers. If you like the video, share, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. These things help the channel. So, holding that box set again because we're taking a look at episode 9 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This one is called For Whom the Bell Trolls, and it aired on September the 15th in 1993. In this episode, it is Hobby Week, and the Rangers are doing some presentations in class with some visual aids all about the hobbies that they enjoy. I think this is the first episode in which we get to see Miss Appleby, their very strict teacher. Well, I guess if you do your homework and do it to the best of your abilities, you're a pretty good student. Miss Appleby likes you just fine. So, yeah, Trini is talking about her doll collection, and she brings a Mr. Tickle Sneezer to class with her. I'm trying to keep a straight face. That's a really interesting name there. So, yeah, she's telling the legend of this doll. Apparently, this little guy can suck things up into his goodie bottle, which is, I guess, another dimension. And now I'm thinking of that song, the one that sounds like it's sung by a Mac computer. Another dimension, all that stuff. And Rita is very envious of Trini. She's watching from afar, and she's talking about how she never got to have a doll collection when she was a little girl. She was just having to perfect her magic and study up on how to become evil and doing spellcraft and all that stuff. So I guess her dastardly daddy, Master Vile, was quite the taskmaster back in the day when she was a little girl. And she says Trini has had it, and Bulk and Skull are up to their antics, and I think they almost break Trini's doll, but she gets it back home okay, and she goes to bed that night. Squat shows up in her room with a sort of device, and instead of making a monster in this episode, he just zaps her doll with it, and Mr. Tickle Sneezer, Tickle Sneezer grows, and he is a human-sized creature now. Boy, that's a tongue twister. And he's got a very good heart. He's not out to hurt anybody. He just wants to bottle up things in his other dimension. Stop it, Bob. And, Trini can't find him the next day, so she has Billy retrace her steps along with her. And Tickle Sneezer is out collecting cars and things like that, bottling them up. And Billy and Trini get sucked up into that other dimension, and Zordon lets the other Rangers know what is up, and they all morph. And there's a big battle in this rail yard. Rita has sent down putties to protect Mr. Tickle Sneezer as he does his collecting thing. Goldar's there making things difficult. You got Squat and Babu there. Rita's come down to Earth too. She wants to watch the fun. So the bottle is dropped in the skirmish, dropped by Mr. Tickle Sneezer, and it lands on the railroad tracks, and it's going to be crushed by this oncoming train. It is grabbed, and it gets uncorked, and Billy and Trini get out. They're freed from the other dimension, and they morph, and Rita's not happy, so she makes Tickle Sneezer grow. He is giant sized. They have to summon the Megazord. They're almost bottled up, I think, but they summon their power sword. And, well, that doesn't work out too well for Mr. Tickle Sneezer, but he drops the bottle again. The Megazord grabs it. They almost bottle up Rita and her minions before she skedaddles back to the moon. And they don't destroy Mr. Tickle Sneezer. Zordon says he is a very good creature. He's got a very good heart. He's just trying to collect things, so they decide to let him be. And Trini tells him to give it back, to give all the stuff back, to give it back, give it all back. And as she's saying this, her voice takes on this weird echoey quality, and wouldn't you know it, everything we have just seen was only a dream. Yes, Trini wakes up in her room. The spirits did it all in one night. No, that's from another story. And she sees her doll on the floor. He's safe and sound, though, still a doll. She figures that she's just had too much Rita on her mind lately. And in the episode, back at school the next day, it's still a hobby week because that part of the episode wasn't a dream. And I guess the part where Rita had said Trini has had it, that's not part of the dream sequence either. We'll see what she has in store for Trini and no clowning around a bit down the line. So, Bulk and Skull show off their flea circus. that they enjoy very much. But the fleas aren't in the flea circus. They've escaped, and the boys are itching, and everybody ends the episode laughing. So, oh yeah, and we also find out that Bulk and Skull's first names are, for Bulk, it's Farkas, and for Skull, it's Eugene. So yeah, we get to learn their actual names in this episode. And I don't know. I think it's okay. That dream sequence was quite a bit trippy there. It feels almost like it was a bit of an afterthought there. I don't know why it was just randomly made a dream sequence. Pretty good episode though. As for a Hasbro should make that segment, Tickle Sneezer, he's not really a bad guy. But yeah, they go ahead and make it if they want to. I don't know why Tickle Sneezer was not just made into a real creature. He could have gone off and been good, kind of hung out there in the real world. I guess they may have wanted Trini to have her doll safe at home and, not have him wander off somewhere. I don't know. He could have joined up with other monsters that weren't destroyed, that were actually good, like Waspicable from Power Rangers in Space. We'll get to him way down the line. I don't know. They could have had some kind of a monster support group going, making cupcakes and, just playing Uno all day. I give the episode a 10 out of 10 for what it was. I mean, it was pretty good. Pretty good. And next time we're going to be talking about Happy Birthday, Zach. That's one that was on VHS in the old Saban home video days in the 90s. I had that one on VHS, so be here for that. And as for the admonition, well, if you happen to wind up with something that isn't yours, give it back. Give it all back. Give it all back. And you never know the video you have just watched. Why, it could be naught but a dream. Goodbye.